So let's take a look here. So my thinking behind this is, this is a Rex 28.7. This is a Rex 28.8, 7-port, 8-port. We're going to look at this. This engine's been sitting on the shelf for about, I don't know, man, 3 years, something like that. I started to break it in, then I put it away because I was going to send it out to be modified. But we're going to go ahead and run it, man. This thing's got about 3 quarts on it. That's about it. So apologize, my voice is going out. Allergies have been crazy. Still haven't cleaned this thing up from the other day. But basically, we'll go over this. We'll take a look at it, see what it looks like. You can tell I was running it pretty rich at break-in there. Again, got less than a gallon, about 3 quarts. Just under a gallon. But we can finish the break-in in it and put it in here. And basically what I'm thinking is maybe we can get a little more top end. So we'll go ahead and pull this one out, clean it up. We'll pull the 2-speed clutch bell off. We'll inspect the 3-shoe clutch on it, make sure everything looks good in there. I think we do need to do some more adjustments on the 2-speed. And we'll probably go ahead and pull this coupler off too, see if we can get it to run not so rich on the bottom end. The bottom sounds good, but it's just really rich. So and then I do know that it was idling a little bit higher. I am going to switch carburetors. We'll use this carburetor. This is your basic 2-needle carburetor instead of your 3-speed with the mid-speed. Now I do know how to tune the mid-speed, but it's just much easier. Plus this carburetor has a little issue with it, and I'll show y'all real quick. Right here you can see there's a chunk out of it right there. And the reason for that is, again, had this thing 3-4 years ago. Wasn't as schooled as I am now. Clinch bolt went in and one side was at an angle, and then when I tightened it down, that's what it did to the carburetor. Now it didn't perforate the inside, but I can definitely see a small indentation there on the inside. So plus I tend to like this carburetor much better than this one anyway. So we'll go ahead and swap those out, and just lesson learned, make sure that your clinch bolt's in properly before you tighten it down. Rookie mistake, but what can you do? And we're going to look at this thing, but I will say on the 28.8, It does have a machined piston. It's not a cast piston. You can see it's really nice in there. And again, beefy con rod there. It's not marked. Doesn't have any markings on it whatsoever. But I'm assuming it's an R7. I don't know. But we'll take a look at it and see what condition it's in. Go over it, see what type of shim stack on it. It's pretty basic. Most of you guys know. But we'll get that swapped out here, and we're going to run this weekend. We also got the Techno ready to go, MB48.4. We're going to run another Nova Rossi, the Bonito R2. Like I told y'all, I wanted to run this engine again in here. And we're running the Works pipe setup with the Nova Rossi 41001 header. So short conical header with the Works pipe. Should be a great setup for this modified. This is a RCR modified engine as well. About 6 gallons, 7 gallons, something like that. But we'll definitely get that in. Still got some stuff going on here with the budget Baja. We got to do some work on it. Going to be dropping a new engine in this thing pretty soon, so we will be getting back to some fifth scale stuff. Also probably this upcoming spring and summer we'll probably be looking at another platform build, the one that I've been wanting to build. But anyway, in time, people. So let me get this all squared away. We'll take a look at this Nova Rossi 28.8 Rex Legend and go from there. So I'll see you guys in a few. Alright, let's take a look at this thing. So we'll start out with the crank. It's typical Nova Rossi crank there. Hard to see, but it is marked. It's got the trademark R0417, so I'm assuming that's the date that was manufactured. It is ramped and drilled but not filled. A little bit of work on it. Just a great solid crank. It's got a little bit of race marks on it from the bearings. Again, this thing had been sitting probably 3+ years on the shelf. Needs to be cleaned up a little bit, and we're going to do that. So here we go. Back plate. Look at this back plate, man. This is one of the fattest back plates I've ever seen. But got the cut in it for the skirt. So make sure that you're at top dead center before you pull this out, or you will damage the piston. So there's your Nova Rossi, made in Italy, typical Nova Rossi form right there. Beautiful. 2 shims, both 0.30, so 0.60 stack. Here's your head button, standard Nova Rossi 28.8 head button. Again, about 3 quarts in there. Looks good. Nice and caramel brown there. We do have a Nova Rossi original CT6 plug. It's got the arrow and the dot. Making sure that you put this at the same orientation that you took it off, which was at the exhaust port. Code 28802. I'm assuming that might be the part number on there. 28.8. Alright, piston. Again, I need to clean this up a little bit, but you can see that we were running rich. Piston looks good, no scratches, no scores, none of that. Looks like it's ready to go. Again, big beefy con rod. We'll check the tolerance on the pin. There's your machined piston. Looks really nice. Needs to be cleaned up. The cracks. I had a piston one time that had a hairline crack in it. Alright, and our sleeve, 8-port. There's your exhaust. It's got some work on it here. No fangs or anything like that, but everything's really clean. Little cut there. Same on the other side. You can see where that oil residue, where it had been sitting right there, that's about where the pinch is. No scratches, no issues on the inside. Should have a trademark R on here too, but I don't see it. Noroshi's weird, man. They're not consistent on their markings and things like that, I've noticed over the years. Alright, and clinch bolt, still good. I just had it at an angle. Block, Norossi bearing. The bearings feel good. Again, I want to clean this block up a little bit. Bearings are good. There's a little bit of surface rust on the race, but look inside of here, man. Look at those valleys and cuts in this thing, man. It's amazing. Look at that. Beautiful block, man. And there you have it. Yep, we're using these stands, these engine stands that were from this guy right here, Dennis Smallbone. I use them. They work out great, man. They're nice stands. Y'all go check out Dennis Smallbones, man. 3D prints them. And there's your Norossi purple head. Marked on the bottom again. Needs to be cleaned up a little bit. We'll get all this cleaned up. We're going to pull this one out of here. We'll pull the clutch off, inspect the clutch. I'll show you all that. So I'm doing this video over a couple of days. Today's Wednesday night. I was off today. Didn't do a whole lot. Hung out with the grandbaby and did some chores, things like that. Just really started wrenching on stuff here probably about 7 o'clock or so. Broke this open. I did work on that a little bit today and got it ready to go, so it's definitely ready to go rip out at the bank parking lot. So we'll get the engine out, the electronics out. We're going to clean all this up. I've already fixed, for the most part, the rear body mount, but it is broke here, so I'm going to have to order another one. Refixed the shock, refilled it. Strip the cap a little bit, but I think it's okay. You know, we're not doing a lot of jumps and stuff, as long as I don't hit that damn bump down there at the end of the parking lot. But everything's good on this, ready to go. Nothing else was damaged on it. Little road rash here in the front, not much though. And then a couple of little dings on the bottom here, right there. I guess that's where it hit the curb, but yeah. So anyway, there we go. We'll get all this cleaned up, get that out, and I'll throw another clip in here probably tomorrow with this clutch bell off, and we'll inspect that clutch and get all this set up in here and get it ready to go rip, man. So I appreciate you guys, and I may post this up, I may not. This may be a multiple, so if I post it, I post it. If I don't, then we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Yeah.